Good morning. It's Thursday, February 23rd, uh, 2017. Looking at the ES on the daily chart because I'm coming in a little late this morning, so I'm starting just totally from scratch here as we speak. So I'm just to make this very short. We are still one-time framing up, and we're coming off of uh, an inside day into this morning. And I looked at the overnight. Looks like we might even gap up. I haven't checked to see if we're above the range from Tuesday. I'll look in a second. But what I want to point out on the daily chart is that we've got an uptrend breakout from this consolidation down here. Another leg up here, and we've been at one-time framing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. You could start your count here, you could start your count here, whatever, but I'm just starting from the bottom. All the green bars, I'm counting this little red one, this red guy. Okay, so this was just a pause day, inside day, and then we broke higher. Inside day, and it looks like we're already up here at 23.65 quarter, so we're just above the range, slight gap up, but we got another 15 minutes. By the time you see this video, you'll know. Okay, we're going to open in range, above value, in range, in value, or we're going to have a slight gap, or maybe it'll take off here. I don't know, but what I want to point out, this is yesterday was the smallest day in 8 days. Now, on a situation like this, where it's sideways and you have the smallest day in 8 days, that I believe is going to be more in line with the phenomenon that's noted about this, the smallest day in 8 days, where you get a kind of a breakout, one way or the other, some kind of the market does something. It's been coiling up, and today might be that day, maybe not, because we've been moving up. We haven't really been sideways for a while, building up pressure. It actually seems to be running out of steam because you've got a trading range here slightly, and you got a trading range here slightly. They're very close together. That means it's kind of running out of steam. Versus if these were further apart, had another leg up. That's more momentum, is what I'm saying. All right, let's get off the daily chart. I'm getting bogged down. All the trends are up. Okay, all the trends are up. Even this morning, coming into this morning, we were one-time framing up. That makes me excited because I'm going to look at a couple other things, and I don't want to get on this early, but I will begin my one-time framing count from the overnight. If it doesn't stop one-time framing, which you're going to have to look that up if you're new to that, because you got to do your own homework. If I just tell you, it'll go in one ear, and then you're like, what did he say? So, all right. But I trust anybody interested in this knows something about market profile. Alrighty. Excuse me. Okay, so that's really all there is to say, other than we are net long. An overnight correction would be a close of the gap. Basically, the play for the day is what is true for most gaps that are this small. If it's not filled pretty quickly, go with the gap. Try to get on board long. If it is filled quickly, we want to see it stay in range and in value, and get value overlapping to lower. We don't want to see value higher, and then we come in here. If we stay up here, come in here later, I don't care what it looks like. Well, no, I do care what it looks like. Every situation is different. But if we come in here and we got a lot of trade up here, look for a rally later on. That happens a lot. So that's the trade. Is possibly looking at yesterday's high as support. Let me squeeze this. Let me put this together for a moment. Another thing to look for support is the overnight VPOC here, which is right on the previous day's high. So this could be a good support area to buy. However, you would consider it, well, you could consider it a correction. Anyway, we are one-time framing up, okay? So unless you get a significant move below these, more than 2 ticks, I would look for this to, I would consider whether we really are still one-time framing. If they're really trying to push it and you're getting volume in a B, then let's consider it off, and that they're trying to make a new direction, get all these stops down here, and whatnot. So again, go with the gap. If it isn't filled very quickly, that's the one direction. If it is filled and we get traffic through here, you could there's only 2 points or so, but you could look for a 80% rule to the downside as it continues to sell off. But I haven't read the news or anything. Looks like obviously there was some good news in Europe, or maybe they're reacting to good U.S. news from this morning yet. I don't know, because we had some news at 8:30 Eastern time. All right, I'm running a little long. I don't need to talk and jabber here, but have a great day. I'll try to update later on. Bye.